Hello class of 2022. This is the final video that I'm planning to make for you guys, and I just wanted to follow up on one of the ideas that I offered to you in a previous video, which is that you are capable of making flashcards and questions on Osmosis that include images. And there's kind of some best practices for that. And so I just wanted to briefly discuss how to do it and how to do it well. So that's kind of what we're dealing with today. So today I've gone into Osmosis on your class workspace and I found a set of images from the pathology self-study materials provided by Dr. Mark Poole that I'm going to use as a learning tool to describe the process of making image cards in Osmosis. So here we're on a slide with an image, and I like this image, so I think we're going to use it. So first I'm going to hit Create Flashcard, just as one does, and the box pops open as normal. Now currently I'm working on a Mac computer, so in order to do that you would use your screen capture function, and I'm not generally a Mac user, so I'm going to see if I can get this right. That actually looks really promising. Okay, and I'm going to capture the image. Did I get it? No. There we go. Got it. I heard the camera sound. And then I'm actually just going to command paste into the card, and that was super duper easy. It's actually not as easy on Mac, unfortunately. Not Mac, I'm sorry, PC. I'm a PC user, and on PC you need to go to the snipping tool and snip the image just like you would with the screen capture, and then copy and paste it into the card, and it'll take a second to upload. It just, for whatever reason, Osmosis doesn't like it quite as much, but it works just as well. So that's all you have to do. You can put it on the front, you can put it on the back, you can put it on the front and the back. You can do whatever you want with the images. One thing that I will say about making good image cards is that putting an image on the front with no orientation whatsoever as to what it is not good practice. I had several classmates who thought they were doing a really good job posting cards to the public workspace by just posting an image and then posting its explanation on the back. And especially once you get into the higher volume blocks later in the year, that is not a good way to study, because you'll be looking at it going, there's like 6 things that maybe look like that. I don't know. So what I do for image cards is I try to provide like a little bit of a lead-in or a vignette or something like that. So for this one, this is a picture of fibrinoid necrosis, and on the slide that Dr. Poole has provided, it says that it's found in immune reactions involving blood vessels, and that it typically occurs with antigen-antibody complexes being deposited into the walls of arteries, and it results in a bright pink and amorphous appearance in H&E stains, which is called fibrinoid or fibrin-like. So that's probably enough information for like 4 good flashcards, so I'm just going to write a couple. First, the image below shows a ring of bright pink amorphous material deposited into the wall of an artery. This is an example of, double bracket, fibrinoid necrosis. Okay, so that's going to be one of my cards, and I'm going to add tags, of course. Oh, and I haven't made a tag for pathology yet, darn it. Let's make one. Okay, we'll get it later. Okay, so, hold on, we don't have a picture. Okay, there we go. Sometimes when you copy and paste an image, it doesn't upload for whatever reason, so you might want to double check it on the right-hand panel, because sometimes it gets a little tricky. All right, I think we can make a second card using the same image, and it can be totally different from the original. So I'm going to copy and paste that image back in there again. Hopefully, goodness gracious. Hopefully it'll stay in there this time. Oh, there's two. Weird. And for this one, I'm going to make the lead-in a little bit different to test a different association with this image. So we want to know that this image is fibrinoid necrosis. We want to be able to recognize that, but we also need to know what's going on with it. Medical school is not in the business of just having you memorize a bunch of pictures. What we're really looking for is understanding the processes. So for this one, I'm going to write fibrinoid necrosis as shown below typically occurs with double bracket antigen antibody complexes being deposited into the walls of arteries. All right, so that's a totally different card than the previous one, but it still associates important information with this image of fibrinoid necrosis and helps us understand the concept. So we're going to tag the card, prematriculation and pathology, because we now have that tag and publish to the group, and we're all set to go. And I'm going to make sure that it's really there, and as you can see, it actually did take the picture this time. So that's kind of it. If you think of more best practices for sharing picture cards, then I would suggest that you share those best practices with the rest of your classmates so that everybody has very high quality materials to work with. Just to reiterate, my rules: always provide some context on the card. Don't just place an image and expect people to identify it. And generally speaking, you can use an image for several cards to really help you to associate that image and that the process that's being displayed in that image with all of the important concepts that are related to it. All right, thanks for listening and good luck studying.